call it, Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup featuring two teams who both came away with wins a week ago and know it should be a good battle today. It's the Jaguars going up against the Jets. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll give it to him right up the gut. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC. And he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Jets take possession. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
All right, now look at 56. Here we go. All right, here we go.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Try the right side here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And they'll run it here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with fourth down coming up.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Out of the gun now on third down. And in Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a 1st down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the 1st down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their big-bodied receiver. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And New York set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to a New York 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation. And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's the Jets punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touch? Back? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
No. Check. Patriots. No. Check. Patriots.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
11 yards on the pickup. That's good for a Jets first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. And on the ground they go with a running back. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Set. No. Jack Patrick.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So now the offense is facing a 1st down and 20 after that last mistake.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Blake Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
The New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Backing up. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Third and 4.
Hey, we got tight left, tight his left. 3 down. Hurry up, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. deep drop. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now out come the Jags. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go. You love pressure. I love it. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. He's had a big game tonight. While no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen. No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 79 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Blue 90. Back up. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned the ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now, check. Patriot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they'll go on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They're going to look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Kill.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a really fine play there because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They come out here in the eye. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Couple of Jets there in on the stop. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and it's 1st down, New York. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
It's really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead, not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving, and they can win it right now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Here we go now. Leopard.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And New York set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
He won't go down. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it'll be first down here after the run. He'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. No, check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now in desperation, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.